I just wanted to continue this, right? Kind of stopped abruptly because for some reason it automatically stops when I don't touch the screen for a while. So anyway, Salakia. So like I was saying, Mozambique, this particular cyclone, it hit and the death toll is 94. Almost 100 people. So these are judgments. These are woes. These are birth pains. You see? These are birth pains. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I checked downstairs to see if you were there, because I didn't know you called. So I was checking to see, make sure you weren't outside. But I'm doing a lesson. I'm just finishing up. Okay. So, anyways, so this is 2nd Ezra 16. It says, "Behold," in verse 19. It said, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." All right. So this is for amendment. Let's look up this word amendment. Okay. Let's look up the meaning of the word amendment. It says an amendment is a formal change to a law, contract, constitution, or other legal documents. Well, no, we just want the natural definition. It says a minor change or additional design to improve a text, piece of legislation, etc. Well, the amendment that is forced so that you could change your ways, right? It says something which is added to soil in order to improve its texture or fertility. The amendment is to change your ways, right? But who's the only ones that's going to change is the elect, right? Those are the only ones that are going to change. It says, "Behold," "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." Right, because the ones that are not of the elect, they're not going to change. They're just going to die. That's it. Okay, there's really no change coming to them if they're not of the elect. The only ones that are going to change and have the grace to change, the time to change, is going to be the elect. Okay, it says, "But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness." Right. So even though that's there as a cause of amendment, they're not going to amend their ways. Okay, nor be always mindful of the scourges. "Behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Okay, sword, famine, and great confusion. This is what's coming. Okay, all these things together are coming. Right? It says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." Why do you think these elites have their bunkers set up? Why do you think the scriptures speak about them digging into hell? They're doing that because they know that the society is about to collapse. It's about to get very wild out here. Okay, food is going to be scarce. Everything's going to be scarce. These people are going to be attacking one another. They know this. Okay, it says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. For of the city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the clefts of the rocks. Yeah, so there's going to be very few people left on earth when all is said and done. It says, as in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, right? Because there's no one's going to be there to cultivate and maintain these cities. You know, these cities got to be maintained. They got to have street sweepers. They have to have people that do the gardening of these different gardens and things that you see outside in your cities. If no one's maintaining that, it's just going to grow wild, right? It says, the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Yeah, so that's going to be the death of that feminism, man. That goddamn feminism. It says, their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord. Receive it. Right? Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Okay, and we're seeing that. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. You see what I'm saying? And you notice it always says sons, because the sons was what was valuable. When a woman had girl children, it was like, okay, it's barely like she had a child. Yeah, she had a child, but it was a female child. We need a son. Okay, that's why Dinah's not spoken about like that, because the sons is what's important. See, this world is all backwards, man. Okay, it says a lot of times they were very disappointed that they had daughters, right? If they were looking for a son, if they had sons and then they had daughters, they had a son, then they had daughters after that. That's cool. But the main thing they need to get first, the main important thing they have to get is sons. You need daughters too, but daughters are good to have too, but sons, that's the main thing. It says so let me read that again. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. Hold on, that plane crash, that was sorrows. The car crashing into people and destroying 14 people, putting to death 14 people. That was sorrows. Okay, the 94 people in Mozambique from the cyclone. That's sorrows. All within a matter of 10 days. Okay, and it's going to increase to the point where it's every day. You're right. Every other hour. The Lord is not playing. So, shall we then make mirth? All right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. And I'll say shalom.